I think it all starts with Legislative Day, and it's a wonderful experience. A lot of people I know, they say, well, why do I want to go up there? But I've been fortunate enough to be up there maybe 3 different times, and each time it's been well worth it.
I have been attending Legislative Day for at least 5-6 years, and the more you get to know your representatives, the more they understand what you are about and what Extension is about.
Still, I think you'd find that interaction will help boost the position, the value of the University of Missouri Extension. And usually you're going to have several other people with you. And like many things, the more often you do it, the easier it is.
You need to inform your legislature what the benefits of Extension are that you have enjoyed. Personal stories, personal experience is probably the best thing I've seen happen at Legislative Day.
By coming down to Jefferson City and meeting with those representatives and senators, talking with them on a one-on-one basis with for the 4-H, for the Extension, for the university programs, and you'd be surprised how friendly they get with you, and you get to know them on a first-name basis.
This allows and will be great for you to participate in and understand the breadth and depth of what goes on with regard to your legislature and your local extension services, as well as the Alumni Alliance and the tie that all this has with the land grant system that we know as the University of Missouri.
They're farmers, they're workers. They worked in a factory. Some of them are lawyers, some of them aren't. And they're all common people, everyone. There's no difference.
In my region, he's a soybean farmer. So we have a common interest there.
You'd be surprised how easy it is and how they want to learn. And they're not any different than you and me.
It didn't take me long to figure out that they're just folks. Most of them are just folks, and they need to know how you feel about them.
They're just regular people, just trying to do a job that's probably a little more confusing than what it should be, but it works.
Staff that you meet also is very cordial, very nice. I don't know how they put up with it, but they put up with me, so.
I think the most important thing is to talk about how you individually have been impacted by Extension. My husband serves on a rural fire district board. Before I became part of the Extension, I wasn't aware that they were the ones who did the training.
For some reason, Extension is probably the best kept secret in the state. And these guys, they don't know much more than a lot of other people do. But they're hungry for knowledge because they're always getting questions about Extension, particularly involving funding and its ability to serve people. And they don't know anything about it.
We're not just agricultural anymore. We're also technical. We're also a little urban. Not just rural. We're urban too, and that message needs to get out.
Many people, including our state senators and representatives, have the idea that Extension has to do with 4-H or master gardening and don't realize all of the other areas that we participate in.
It has to do with making them aware of continuing learning, expanding awareness of the government and what's involved in getting something done.
You get the feel of how the legislative process works. And second of all, those people are hungry for knowledge about Extension.
But I think you'd find that it's, number one, a very impressive thing to watch the goings-on of our political system, and also the number of people that show up in mass to represent Extension.
The more people that we get from home to develop communication links and to understand what it takes to run a state, the better off we all are.
Yes, you could go and talk to them individually, but whenever you get several of them in a room and you talk together, then they start talking about stuff among themselves to you, and they start passing on ideas. It's fantastic what'll happen.
You're there to help them understand what Extension does in the local communities for the amount of dollars that goes in, how it comes back to the taxpayers there.
We are being cut constantly from the state, the federal, and county levels. The more you work with them, they'll understand. Extension's been around 100 years, and we'd like to see it stay around another 100.
I'd encourage the parents to take their young children to Jefferson City and tour the Capitol.
And it's a real asset if you can get your local 4-H clubs to participate in Legislative Day.
To actually go, no, it's not going to cost anything. You can go on the website, you can call your county program director, and they will help you walk you through the steps if you're not comfortable doing it yourself online. But your county program director, or probably anyone on your county council, is going to be able to help you get registered for that.
But you're there from about 8 o'clock till 1 or 2, and it's just a commitment, but only for that day. There's maybe carpool costs. It's easy to carpool because the second challenge that I would like to say is parking sometimes is not easy, but it's worth it.
At the end of the day, you'll probably say, you know, I probably should come back, or I should have been doing this for 10 years. It's important.
You learn more about extension that you probably didn't even know before. And then you can pass that on to your representative and your senator. Telling
your personal story to the senator and representative is probably the most important thing you can do.
Get in a carpool, enjoy yourself, see Jeff City.